Good afternoon, students. Today my topic is thalamus. In thalamus, I am going to teach you about the general concentration of thalamus and different type of thalamic nuclei. So, what is thalamus? Thalamus is actually mostly gray matter structure and has many essential role in human physiology. The thalamus is composed of different nuclei that each serve a unique role, ranging from relaying sensory and motor signals as well as regulation of consciousness and alertness. So actually thalamus is the part of diencephalon, major part of diencephalon. The other part of diencephalon consists of hypothalamus. So thalamus is actually a paired structure and is situated on the either side of the midline in the upper part of the lateral wall of third ventricle. So it is situated in the upper part of the lateral wall of third ventricle. So actually it is a ovoid mass of nuclei separated laterally from the basal ganglia by the internal capsule. So thalamus is a major relay station of almost all sensory pathway except olfaction. Olfaction's pathway goes directly to olfactory cortex. But recent studies show that some fibers also relay in thalamus of olfaction. So thalamus is a major relay station of almost all sensory pathway, which include both general and spatial sense, and nerve pathway in the reticular activating system. As you all know, reticular activating system is responsible for consciousness and alertness. In addition to sensory pathway, the thalamus is also a part of motor pathway involving the basal ganglia and cerebellum. The relation of thalamus to basal ganglia and cerebellum had told in their classes. Besides these function, it has got connection with the limbic system through the Papez circuit. लिम्बिक सिस्टम में पढ़ाई होगी, Papez circuit हुई होगी. So come to the physiological anatomy, that is part of diencephalon. Other part of diencephalon include hypothalamus, epithalamus. External feature of thalamus: it is a large ovoid structure located at the base of cerebral hemisphere and are connected to each other by massa intermedia. So two thalami located at the base of the cerebral hemisphere and are connected to each other by the massa intermedia and situated in the upper part of lateral wall of third ventricle. Its ends are anterior and posterior and four surface: superior, inferior, medial and lateral. So you can see in the picture these two are thalami situated on the lateral wall of upper part of lateral wall of third ventricle. Internal structure include white matter and grey matter. In white matter, stratum zonule, thin layer covering the superior surface of thalamus; external medullary lamina, thin layer covering the lateral surface of thalamus, and this covers the lateral surface. And third one comes internal medullary lamina, Y-shaped sheet of white matter, and this shaped sheet of white matter divide the thalamic nuclei into three groups, that is anterior, lateral and medial. And the grey matter consists of three masses of nuclei, and these three masses are anterior, lateral and medial group of nuclei. So the internal medullary lamina divide the thalamic nuclei into three groups. So come to the thalamic nuclei classification. So anatomically, the thalamic nuclei are divided by internal medullary lamina, which is a band of white matter, into three main groups, that is anterior, lateral and medial. Anterior group, lateral group, medial group. The lateral group further divided into ventral group of nuclei and dorsal group of nuclei. Actually, thalamus is the masses of grey matter of nuclei, and there are various type of nuclei present in the thalamus. So in this picture showing the different type of thalamic nuclei. See the picture carefully. First come to the lateral group. The lateral group consists further divided into two groups, that is ventral and dorsal. In ventral group also contain the medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body that are part of metathalamus. So first come ventral group. Ventral group further divided into ventral anterior nuclei, ventral lateral nuclei and ventral posterior nuclei. Ventral group divided into ventral anterior, ventral lateral and ventral posterior. And ventral posterior group of nuclei further divided into ventral posterior anterior and ventral posterior medial group. इस पिक्चर में देख सकते हो. See the picture carefully. The ventral posterior group divided into ventral posterior lateral and ventral posterior medial group of nuclei. Come to the dorsal group. Dorsal group further divided into three groups, that is lateral dorsal, lateral posterior and pulvinar. So in ventral group and dorsal group, lateral group divided into ventral and dorsal group. The ventral group further divided into three groups and the dorsal group further divided into three groups. इस पिक्चर में देख सकते हो. This red one indicate the medial nuclei, blue वाला anterior group of nuclei and yellow वाला lateral nuclei. So lateral nuclei covers the greater area of the thalamus, and this lateral group divided into ventral group, dorsal group, and these two groups further divided into three other groups. Come to the medial group. Medial group of nuclei divided into two parts, the dorsomedial nuclei and the midline and interlaminar nuclei. Picture में you can see in the picture. And third comes anterior group of nuclei. The anterior group of nuclei further divided into three groups, that is anterior ventral, anterior dorsal and anterior medial. So these are the different types of thalamic nuclei: lateral, anterior and medial. So lateral group is very important group. The ventral posterior lateral group is a relay station for the sensory traffic from the trunk and extremities, while the ventral posterior medial group serves as the relay station for sensory impulses coming from the face region. The ventral group also contain the medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body, which are collectively known as metathalamus. So this is the मेजर क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियाई। इस पिक्चर को ध्यान से देखना है और याद रखना है थोड़े थोड़े। Come to the functional classification. In functional classification, there are two types: non-specific and specifics. So, in non-specific comes from the reticular activating system to neocortex. These are of two types: midline nuclei and centromedial nucleus. And in specific types, from the specific sensation to neocortex or the limbic system. These are of specific sensory, motor, third come visceral efferent, and fourth integrative and perceptual. In connections, the ventral in connections, non-specific projection nuclei causes the diffuse thalamic projection to entire neocortex, produces electrical activity of cortex, afferent from reticular activating system and basal ganglia, and efferent goes to stratum and the entire neocortex. So main connections of thalamus in a specific type is sensory, motor, visceral and integrative. The ventral group, this is a picture of connections of showing the different connections, specific connections of thalamus. In a specific includes sensory, motor, visceral and integrative. The nuclei responsible for sensory projections are ventral posterolateral and ventral posteromedial group of nuclei, and they receive afferent from a spinothalamic tract. Come to the sensory. They receive afferent from ventral posterolateral and ventral posteromedial group of nuclei. They receive afferent from a spinothalamic tract through the medial lemniscus and afferent from the face through the trigeminal lemniscus, and they send efferent to the postcentral gyrus via the posterior lip of internal capsule, and they form important relay station in the sensory pathway. Come to the motor. The ventral lateral nucleus receives afferent from dentate nucleus of cerebellum and also from basal ganglia via thalamic fasciculus. It has reciprocal connection with area 4 of motor cortex organized in a somatotropic pattern. Its connection presumably take part in motor control and also in planning and programming of movements. Second comes the ventral anterior nucleus receives the afferent from substantia nigra and globus pallidus and sends efferent to area 6 of premotor cortex. Visceral connections. Anterior group of nuclei are responsible for these connections. From the hippocampus, anterior group of nuclei receives afferent from the mammillary body of hypothalamus via the mammillothalamic tract through the Papez circuits, and it is responsible for emotion and recent memory. So anterior group of nuclei responsible for the emotions, control of emotion and recent memory. dorsal medial nuclei are the dorsal medial nucleus has reciprocal connection with the various part of prefrontal cortex, and it may have some influence on mood and emotional status. So dorsal medial group of nucleus concerned with thinking, memory, judgment and emotional behavior. This group of nucleus has reciprocal connections with various parts of prefrontal cortex. Integrative and perceptual functional control. These association nuclei with the integrative functions. These are pulvinar nucleus, integration of visceral, auditory and other sensations. In this, the lateral posterior nucleus. The lateral posterior nucleus has reciprocal connection with area 5 and 7 of parietal association cortex. Second comes lateral dorsal nucleus. The lateral dorsal nucleus receives afferents from superior colliculus and it sends efferent to the cingulate gyrus and hippocampal area. So cingulate gyrus is a part of limbic system, and this lateral dorsal nucleus receives afferent from superior colliculus and sends efferent to the cingulate gyrus and hippocampal area. The pulvinar nucleus has extensive reciprocal connection with the association area of parietal, posterior temporal and part of occipital cortex. In other connections include the medial geniculate body and the lateral geniculate body. The medial geniculate body receives afferent from the auditory pathway, while the lateral geniculate body receives afferent from the optic tract. And the medial geniculate body sends efferent to the auditory cortex, while the lateral geniculate body sends efferent via the optical radiation to the primary visual cortex. So, medial geniculate body is concerned with hearing, while the lateral geniculate body is concerned with vision. So, this is all about the connections of the thalamic nuclei. This is very important because thalamus is the major relay station of almost all sensory pathway. Exception is olfaction. Include both general and special sense, and it has got connections with reticular activating system. It is also the part of motor system involving the basal ganglia and cerebellum, and also has got connection with the limbic system through the Babbage circuit. So thalamus is very important structure and major relay station of almost all sensory pathway, and also part of some important motor pathway. So in next class I will teach you about the different functions of thalamus and applied